heart went.
This is example 3.2 in Kirchhoff's, and we're going to solve it using mesh current analysis just so I can prove to you that mesh is easier than Kirchhoff's. Ano nga ulit ang first step? Maglagay ng mesh current. So let's say this is IA, this one is IB, and this one is IC. So since tatlong loops lang to, ibig sabihin, with just 3 equations, makukuha na natin ang tatlong kuryente. Let's do it. Ang energetic, di ba? O, KVL tayo. KVL at loop IA. So, we have negative, positive. Tatrace lang natin to ha. O, lalabas tayo sa positive 10 volts. Tapos, pasok sa positive, labas sa negative. Negative 12 volts ang kasunod. And then, you have resistors na. So, minus na yon ang sum ng resistances. So, that's 30 plus 100 multiplied by the mesh current inside is IA. Tapos na ako sa loop, pero meron pa akong mesh current effect. So, sa mesh na to, meron akong 2 resistances na naaapektuhan ng mesh current. And those are 30 ohms is affected by IC and 100 ohms is affected by IB. So, magkakaroon ako dito ng plus voltage drop dito because of IB. That's 100 IB. Plus ulit, voltage drop dito because of IC and that's 30 IC. After the mesh current effect, equate that to 0. And then, arrange the equation in the sequence ABC. Okay? Pwede nyo balik-balik ka rin. Depende sa tinuro sa inyo sa permutations, di ba? Negative 130 IA plus 100 IB plus 30 IC equals, so we have here 10 minus 12 is negative 2, which transpose to the right, that will be positive 2. And this is your equation number 1. Next, I'll do KVL at loop IB ang sunod. So, at loop IB, I have my resistances, so that would be negative. And then, the sum of all the resistors. So, that's 150, di ba? 100 plus 50. IB. Pwedeng diretsuhin nyo na to ha, pag sanay nang mag-solve. Pasok sa positive, labas sa negative 15. Tapos na ako sa loop ko, pero meron pa akong mesh current effect. So, meron ulit dalawang branch affected by mesh current. And that is 100 ohms by IA and 50 ohms because of IC. So, magkakaroon ng additional voltage drop because of 100 IA. Additional voltage drop because of 50 IC. After the mesh current effect, equate it to 0 and then arrange your equation. So, I have 100 IA minus 150 IB plus 50 IC. And then transpose that to the right, you'll get positive 15. And this is your equation number 2. Okay. Last equation will be your KVL at this loop. So I'm going to take KVL at loop IC. And we have, saan nyo ba gusto mag-start? Pwede ako mag-start ng resistances muna. So negative muna. Resistances sa loob. So you have 120 plus 50 plus 30 multiplied by the mesh current inside. Pasok sa negative, labas sa positive 12. Okay, after that, anong sunod? Ang sunod ay mesh current effects. So, meron akong dalawang resistor na aapektuhan ng ibang mesh currents. So, you have 30 because of IA and 50 ohms affected by IB. So, meron ako ditong additional 30 times IA plus 50 times IC. And then, equate that to 0. After that, arrange lang. Sorry. IB pala. Yan. Okay. 50 IB. Okay, so after that, arrange our terms in ABC sequence. So, we have here 30 IA plus 50 IB minus, this is 200 IC equals your constant, transpose it to the right, get negative 12, and this is your equation number 3. equation, 3 unknowns. Makukuha natin si IA, IB, IC. So, that would be mode 5 to. Kita ba? Okay. Mode 5 to, we have negative 130 equals 100 equals 30 equals 2. And then you have 100 IA, negative 150 IB, 50 IC, and 15. And then you have 30 IA, 50 IB, negative 200 IC, and negative 12. Equate that. You will get IA, which is negative 527 over 2280. So let's write that down. I'll get IA equal to negative 527 over 2280. I will have IB equal to negative 611 over 2280. And lastly, I will have IC, which is equivalent to negative 1 over 24. All of this in amperes. Okay? After that, ano yung next step natin after inspection, after solving? After solving, sinabi ko na, inspection ang kasunod. So, let's do inspection while the values are still here at kasya naman siguro. Ano po? By inspection. Bago tayo mag-inspect, mag-assign tayo muna ng branch currents. So, ang i-assign kong branch currents po dito, yung same branch currents na nilagay ko dun sa previous example natin para later on we can compare them side to side if the answers are the same. So, ano bang inassign ko? I assigned this as I sub 1. Then, yung current dito is to the left, which is I2. And then I assigned I3 here. After that, I have downward I4 here. And then I have to the left here, which is I5. And then I had an upward current here, and that is I6. Okay, so, observing, sa inspection, hindi ito kasali. Ito, at ito. Because they are affected by two mesh currents. So, in short, yung mga nasa labas na branches. And those are, itong branch na to, itong branch na to, at itong branch na to. Ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung kuryente yung dumadaan sa mga labas na yan, yan na yung equal na sila dun sa mesh currents na dumadaan sa kanila. So, tingnan lang natin yung direction. So, I1 is upwards. Ang tendency niyan pag ganito yan. And IA is clockwise. So, equal sila. Positive. Therefore, IA simply equivalent to I1. And that is negative. 527 over 2280. Next, we have IC is equal to I3 na. Positive dahil clockwise to, pakanan yun. So, sabay tayo. Paras tayong pakanan. Kaya positive. So, what is IC? IC is negative 1 over 24. And then, lastly, we have IB. So, hindi to kasali, hindi to kasali. Bali ito, solo ni I6 si IB. Okay? But, IB is clockwise. Diba? Pag ganyan. Pero I6 is pataas. So, pag umikot si IB, aakyat si IC. Ano ba yun? Yun. Magkasalubong ang kuryente. Kaya ang mangyayari dyan, IB is equal to negative. Pag magkasalubong. I6. And that would be equivalent to... Okay, so balik natin. Gawin natin. I6 is equal to negative IB. Para kuryente yung sinolve natin dito. Branch current. So, I1 is this. I3 is this. I6 is negative of IB. Negative ni IB. So, magiging positive na. Positive 611 over 2280. Okay, so to continue, if we are solving for the branch currents, meron na akong I1, I3, and I6. Which means we still have I2 to solve. I4, and I5. And for these three currents, we're going to do KCL for them. And let's name the nodes, the possible nodes. So, pwede tayo mag-KCL. So, pwede kong kuhanin ito. Node A. Let's say B. Let's say this is C. And let's say this is D. Okay? Ang pinaka-tip po, whenever we are doing KCL at marami kang options dyan, lagi mong piliin yung una. Ganito. Tingnan mo muna yung nawawalang kuryente at yung branch niya. So, ito yun. Si I2. Okay. And between the two nodes, where I2 is connected between A and B, lagi nyo daw piliin yung node na nasa labas na loop. Okay? So, for I2, I'm going to choose node A. Mas madali daw yon. For I4, between B and D, pipiliin mo si D kasi si D yung nasa labas. Dahil may values na agad eh. Yun eh, may values na agad yung mesh currents nila. And then for I5, ano ba yung branch ni I5? Ito. So, between B and C, you choose C. Pero para sa akin, pwede mo namang piliin si B eh. Tandaan nyo ba yung sinabi ko kanina? Putulin nyo yung branch. Halimbawa, I KCL to solve for I2. So, for I2, I'm going to KCL at node A. If you're going to notice, the branch where I2 flows is horizontal, pahiga. So, kung pahiga yan, ang titingnan mong mesh current, yung nasa taas at baba. Tama ba? Okay. So, kung pinili ko itong nasa kaliwang node, lalabas yung taas dyan, si IC lalabas dyan, si IA papasok dyan. So, mangyayari ito, you get positive IA. IA is entering here, sa kaliwa mo. IC is leaving sa kaliwa din. And then you have I2 entering, so you get positive I2. And then, IC is leaving, so you get negative IC. And then, equate that to 0. So, lalabas, for me to solve for I2, that would be negative of IA, negative of IA, positive of IC. Okay. No one recommends you solving for KCL at B, where B is in the middle of the three mesh currents. Okay. Pero for me, pwede po natin gawin yan. Basta tatandaan nyo lang yung sinabi ko. Kasi may mga instances para sa akin na kapag nasa gitna, yung node ng mga mesh currents, ang ginagawa nilang KCL dito, branches. At kapag branches tiningnan mo, may mga kagaya nito. Pag nag-KCL ako sa B, I have I2, I4, I5, lahat yun nawawala. So, anong ilalagay mo, di ba? Pero may mga circuits kasi na if you KCL in the middle, mas napapabilis niyo yung solution. I think I have an example for that. So, you watch out for that. Okay? Pero, ito yung sinasabi ko. Pwede ka naman dito mag-KCL. Kung naalala niyo yung introduction ko sa mesh, kuhanin mo yung branch ng current na nawawala. So, kunin ko to. Ito. Kuhanin mo yan. This is 30 ohms. Yung kuryenteng dumadaan sa kanya. At yung nodes. And then, since yan ay horizontal, kuhanin mo yung mesh currents directly affecting this branch. So, ang makukuha lang natin dyan, si A at si C lang. Meron kang IC dito. Meron kang IA sa ilalim. Hindi mo pwedeng isali si IB. Bakit? Because IB is not actually directly affecting this branch. Diba? Ang inaapektuhan ni IB ay itong apat na to. Or 3. 1, 2, 3. So, ito, hindi siya affected ni IB. So, hindi mo siya isasali. Ngayon, pag nag-KCL ako, kung dito ka titingin at mag-KCL ako at B. Halimbawa, nag-KCL ako sa B. Papasok si IC doon. That's positive IC. Aalis si I2. Dito tayo nakatingin ha, kay node B. Papasok si IC. Ibig sabihin si IA yung nasa ilalim lalabas. That's negative IA. Equate that to 0. If I solve for I2, transpose mo to. Lalabas you have negative IA, tsaka positive IC. Oh, di ba parehas lang? So, ibig sabihin, pwede akong mag-KCL sa B, kahit pa nasa middle siya. Kahit pa surrounded siya ng mesh currents. Possible yon. Basta kuhanin mo lang yung branch lang na hinahanapan mo ng branch current at yung mesh currents directly affecting the branch kung saan may nawawala. Okay, so anyway, ibig sabihin, pwede ko nang masolve dito si I2. So, I2 is equal to the negative of IA. What's IA? IA is negative 527 over 2280 plus IC. So, IC is equal to negative 1 over 24. And therefore, I2 is equal to, take your calculator. You have, what's that? Positive na. Positive 527 over 2280 minus 1 over 24. And that's 18 over 95. That will be our answer for I2. For I4, ito yon. So, sabi sa labas daw tayo mag-KCL. So, let's do that. KCL at node D. for I4. So, kung titingin ako dito, vertical na. Lalabas si IA sa ilalim. So, that's negative IA. I4 based on this branch is entering. So, positive I4. IB is papasok sa ilalim. Positive IB. Equate that to 0. You'll be able to solve for I4. And I4 therefore is equivalent to positive IA minus IB. Okay? Next. Bago tayo mag-substitute ng values para ma-solve si I4, papakita ko lang ulit na pwede ka ulit mag-KCL sa B. Okay? Ganun ulit po. Kuhanin mo yung branch. Kuhanin mo yung current. Ano ba to? I4. Andito si B. Andito si D. Kunin mo yung mesh current directly affecting this. And since vertical yan, kaliwat kanan. So, you have here IA. You have here IB. Tapos, kung magki-KCL ka sa node B, papasok si IA doon, that's positive. Aalis si I4, that's negative. Aalis si IB, di ba? Minus IB, equate that to 0. You'll be able to solve for I4 if you transpose this to the right, and you'll have IA minus IB. Same. Di ba? Pares lang. Substituting the values. So, IA is negative 527 over 2280 minus IB. IB is the negative of 611 over 2280. Let's take our calculators for that. You have negative 527 over 2280. Plus na, negative, negative, positive, 611 over 2280. So our answer is 7 over 190. I4 is 7 over 190 amperes. And last, we're going to solve for I5. So, pwede ko na sigurong burahin to make some space. So, for I5, sabi sa labas daw, ano? So, we're going to KCL at C. KCL at C for I5. So, pag nag-KCL ako kay C, nakahiga yung branch natin ha, na hinahanapan. So, ang titingnan nyo, yung taas at baba, or itong linyang to. So, papasok si IC, that's positive. Papasok yun sa kanan. Lalabas si I5, that's negative. Dito tayo nakatingin ha, sa node C, lalabas. Tapos sa node na to, nakahiga ang branch ha. Baka malito ka dito. Horizontal po ang ating branch, horizontal. So, si IB lalabas. Negative IB. Equate that to 0. You'll get I5 is equal to what? Ito, transpose mo lang sa kanan. So, matitira tong dalawa. IC minus IB. Okay? Ma'am, pwede ko bang, ito kasi yung branch na yun eh. Pwede bang sabi ako mag-KCL for I5? Yes. Kunin mo lang ulit. Pinuprove ko lang. Pero kayo ang bahala, diskartan nyo po. Ano po? Meron ditong I5, andito si B, andito si C. So, since nakahiga ang branch, kukuhanin mo yung taas at baba na mesh current. So, you have here IC, and then you have IB sa ilalim. And then, if you want to KCL at B, anong mangyayari? So, yung nasa taas na mesh, papasok yun sa kanan, pero lalabas yun sa kaliwa. So, negative ngayon siya dyan. Negative siya sa B. Positive si I5, tapos yung mesh current sa ilalim, lalabas yun sa kanan, papasok sa kaliwa. Kaya positive ngayon si IC dito sa B. And then simply equate that to 0. So if you're going to notice, if I'm solving for, ba't puro IC to? IB to. Yan. If I'm solving for I5, I5 will be equivalent to IC, positive, minus IB. And this is the same. So, kahit saan pala, pwede namang mag-KCL. Okay, let me erase this para ma-solve na natin sa I5. And substituting the values that we have solved. So, IC is equal to negative 1 over 24 minus IB is equal to negative 611 over 2280. We will be able to solve for I sub 5. And we get our calculator for that. We have negative 1 over 24. Plus na, positive na. 611 over 280. So that's 43 over 190 amperes. And that completes our answers. So, di ba mas madali si Mesh? In just 3 equations, you already have the 3 currents. Hindi tayo mahihirapan mag-simultaneous solving equations na nagsasubstitute tayo sa mga equations. Ang dami-dami. Mas madali ito.